Hi guys, welcome to McKola TV. We're back with another top 5. Hope you guys are all doing well. Now today, our top 5 is all about Wenger versus Fergie. Yes, one of the big Premier League tussles, probably the greatest head-to-head between two managers the Premier League has ever seen. Some of you watching this may not remember it. You may be too young to remember when Arsene Wenger was going for Premier League titles, because nowadays all we remember him for is Wenger in, Wenger out, and he's finally going to be going out. But we're going to go and take a look back to the top 5 Fergie versus Wenger games, moments, whatever you want to call them. We're going to go through our top 5. I say our top 5, it's my top 5 from my perspective, so it may be a little bit biased. Guys, let's get stuck into the top 5 Wenger vs Fergie games. In at number 5, we're going to 2009, and it's at the Emirates Stadium between Manchester United and Arsenal in a semi-final second leg of the Champions League. Now, Manchester United had won the first leg 1-0 thanks to a John O'Shea goal, and in the second leg it took United just 11 minutes to take a 2-0 lead after early goals from Park Ji-sung and of course Cristiano Ronaldo with an astonishing free kick, a superb free kick. The commentator saying he can't possibly hit it, and oh, Ronaldo bags from 40 yards. It was an amazing goal for Cristiano Ronaldo, and it gave Manchester United a passage through to the next stage, which happened to be the final in Rome against Barcelona. Of course, that's not where the scoring ended though. Ronaldo did get his second of the game and United's third. Van Persie scored as well, but it was too little, too late for Arsenal. Fergie had beaten Wenger, and Wenger's dream of winning a Champions League title had slipped away yet again. United will go into Rome. In at number 4, we're going now to 2001, and it's the year United won their 3rd Premier League title on the bounce. It was glorious, glorious times. It was a beautiful sunny day at Old Trafford, and Dwight Yorke scored a hat-trick inside 21 minutes to give Manchester United a 3-1 lead. His first goal had been levelled up by Thierry Henry, but United took control of the game from there and went on to win the game 6-1. It was utter humiliation for Arsene Wenger and his Arsenal side, and a glorious day for Sir Alex Ferguson and his Manchester United team as we strolled to another Premier League title. In at number 3, it's Ruud van Nistelrooy's redemption and Manchester United ending Arsenal's 49-game unbeaten run in the Premier League in absolute superb, piss-boiling fashion at Old Trafford. It was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Now let's set the scene. The season before, the season where Arsene Wenger's side had gone unbeaten in the Premier League campaign, Manchester United and Arsenal played out a 0-0 draw at Old Trafford. But Ruud van Nistelrooy missed a late penalty and was hounded by Arsenal's players. You guys remember all of those pictures. But Ruud van Nistelrooy got his revenge, and he ended Arsenal's unbeaten run at Old Trafford in October 2004. It was Ruud's redemption thanks to a penalty, a goal from the penalty spot. Not the same spot, it was at the other end, in front of the Stretford end this time around. Wayne Rooney went down after Sol Campbell stuck his leg out. Arsenal players screamed, "Dive!" It was a dive, it was a dive. Funny that. They had Robert Perez and all that diving all over the place not long before that. But nevertheless, Ruud van Nistelrooy stepped up, the pressure was on, and he bagged his penalty running into the corner, where he let out a big scream of delight. It's a celebration that still raises the hairs on the back of my neck. It was an absolutely fantastic celebration by Ruud van Nistelrooy. It was simple, but I loved it. Then, of course, Wayne Rooney went on to wrap up the win, and Alan Smith slid him in and he poked the ball home to make it 2-0 and make Arsenal 49 and out. What a win for Manchester United and Sir Alex Ferguson's boys. Now in at number 2, it's a game from the same season, Now this game kicked off before the game even kicked off, if you know what I mean. It kicked off in the tunnel between Patrick Vieira and Roy Keane, the two enemies that obviously had their head-to-head battle while the manager's done it on the sideline. Now, of course, Roy Keane had heard about Patrick Vieira giving some shit to Gary Neville. So he said, oi, starting someone your own side. And then Graham Poll's getting involved. You've got these two going back and forth. All sorts going on in the tunnel until Roy Keane says, I'll see you out there. I'll see you out there on the pitch. Now it did start off pretty badly. Patrick Vieira got an early goal and you're thinking, oh no, what has happened? We've lost this battle already. We have lost it. Patrick Vieira's scoring. Roy Keane saying, I'll see you. What is going on? But Manchester United managed to turn it around. We had gone 2-1 behind. And then Cristiano Ronaldo in the second half. I think this was one of those first proper big games where he really delivered for Manchester United. He grabbed 2 goals, and after getting wound up by Thierry Henry and the Arsenal fans in that corner, he ran up the sidelines, giving it this to all the Arsenal fans. It was absolutely beautiful by Cristiano Ronaldo. But that's not where the fun ended. No, John O'Shea went through on goal and chipped Manuel Almunia. It was a beautiful goal. John O'Shea turned around like, oh my God, did I just do that? Yes, you did, John. It was a beautiful goal. He can go in his collection alongside the goal with his against Liverpool in front of the cup. It was a John O'Shea classic, and it was an absolute classic between Arsenal, Man United, Fergie, Wenger, Keane and Vieira. It epitomises the battle between these two sides during some great times in the Premier League, but it did only get our number 2 spot. In at number 1, it can only be the game in 1999 in the FA Cup semi-final replay at Villa Park. You guys already know what happened in that game, because even if you weren't about when that game was live and game was playing, you've found out about it and you've watched it since then. It was an absolute classic. Beckham opening the scoring for Manchester United with a great goal that isn't really spoken about now because of what followed. Dennis Bergkamp equalised for Arsenal to make it 1-1. And then, heading towards the end of the game, Roy Keane is sent off. Arsenal get a penalty in the last minute. And of course, Dennis Bergkamp steps up with the opportunity to send Arsenal through to the FA Cup final against Newcastle. Saves the ball, saves the goal, and keeps Manchester United in the FA Cup. The 10 men go through to extra time in the semi-final replay, and it's Ryan Giggs who stepped up with an absolutely superb goal, picking the ball up off Vieira. You already know how the song goes. He gave Giggsy the ball, and Arsenal won fuck all. He beat 1, 2, 3, 4, booted the ball into the top of the net, whipped his shirt off, run around. Absolute classic, and it had to get my number 1 spot. Not just for the goal. Of course, the goal is one that will live long in the memory. Not just for the celebrations after, but the whole emotions of the game, the penalties getting saved, this, that and the other. It was absolutely outstanding, and it gets my number 1 spot in the Wenger versus Sir Alex Ferguson head-to-head top 5. Oh my days, it has to be number 1. Guys, what is your top 5? Now, you may have a different top 5 to me. You may be an Arsenal fan and you may have 5 Arsenal wins. Of course, I told you mine is going to be biased. You may have the 8-2 victory in yours as well, because that, of course, is another classic game. But this is my top 5 Wenger versus Fergie moments. Let me know what yours are in the comments below. Make sure you're liking, sharing, subscribing to Adam McKola TV. And for now, I'm Adam McKola. I'm out of here.